Welcome to another episode of U.S. Immigration Made Easy. This is Attorney A. Erwin Bautista, based here in San Diego, California. And we are practicing U.S. immigration law for the past 25 years. Our episode for today is the effect of divorce, annulment, for U.S. immigration purposes. Marami nagtatanong pagka daw ba annulment kahit na nakapending pa lang, pwede na bang magpakasal para maipetisyon ng U.S. citizen spouse? Nako, hindi po pwede yun. Anyway, ito po yung tanong Just curious, is the marriage in the U.S. valid if you filed annulment in the Philippines but still waiting for the finalization? So, ang tanong, kasal pa siya. Tapos, nagpakasal na ulit dito kasi meron siyang pending annulment. Hindi po pwede yun. That is bigamous marriage. Ano po? At pag natuklasan niya ng U.S. immigration, ay baliwala yung petition na yon kasi baliwala yung kasal. So, follow-up question. Actually, ito merong sumagot doon sa US visa application chat group. Sabi, technically, their Philippine marriage still valid even if the annulment is ongoing and US recognizes that marriage, so the marriage to the US citizen should be invalid to begin with. USCIS will also require proof that her marriage was terminated with finality for adjustment of status. Anyway, so if they see there's overlap in the dates of marriage and when the annulment was finalized, the marriage to the U.S. citizen is considered invalid. Tama po yung comment na yun. Marami nagtatanong, kailangan pa ba na ipa-recognize yung divorce dito bago doon sa ma-recognize sa Philippines, yung divorce niya? Well, for purposes of U.S. immigration, there is no necessity to have the divorce here recognized in the Philippines. Kasi ang magpipetisyon ay U.S. citizen spouse, tapos divorce naman yung Filipino citizen, so valid yun for all intents and purposes. Pero yung divorce na yon dapat dito na obtain sa US. At yung Filipino citizen ay nandito sa US at dito na mag-a-adjust. Ang divorce, pwedeng i-file yan in any states of the Union, or 50 states, any 50 states. Kaya lang, bawat state, meron silang jurisdictional requirement in order for a petitioner to file a divorce petition. So in California, you need to live in California for at least 6 months, 3 months in the county where you intend to file the divorce. In Las Vegas or in the state of Nevada, you only need to live there for 6 weeks. And the courts will acquire jurisdiction over your petition. So ngayon, kapag ba dito nag-file ng divorce yung Filipino citizen tapos nag-asawa ng US citizen, valid na ba yon? Meron na ba silang petitionable relationship? The answer is yes. Ngayon, kung ang tinatanong nyo, yung bang divorce na yon ay valid do sa Filipino citizen pagdating niya sa Philippines? I don't know. Maybe not. Kasi Filipino citizen pa rin siya at siya ay, let's say, residing in the Philippines. So, hindi valid palagay ko yon because there is no divorce in the Philippines. And even if a petition for recognition of that divorce is filed in the Philippines, baka hindi rin i-recognize ng Philippine courts. Kasi nga, Filipino citizen siya residing in the Philippines at the time that divorce was obtained. Pero later on, halimbawa, nag-asawa na siya ng US citizen, finala na siya ng adjustment of status, naging legal permanent resident na siya rito sa US, and then later on naging US citizen, then I think the divorce obtained prior to the marriage to the U.S. citizen is valid for all intents and purposes now. But still, it's not valid in the Philippines, as far as I know, until it is recognized by Philippine courts. In fact, meron akong client nag-divorce siya rito sa US citizen siya, nanirahan siya sa Philippines. Ang sabi nung mga lawyers doon, kailangan daw i-divorce niya, pa-recognize muna yung divorce doon sa Philippines para nang nun ma-recognize. Ngayon, nag-consult siya sa akin as US immigration lawyer. I told her, you are a US citizen. You don't need your divorce recognized in the Philippines if you are going to file a fiancé petition for your fiancé. So you don't need to go through that divorce recognition process in order to file for the fiancé petition. So that's what we did. At nakarating naman na dito yung kanyang fiancé at dito na sila nagpakasal. So imagine if you have to wait for that process, it will take time and also the cost. So ang suggestion ko, magtanong po kayo sa mga US immigration lawyer what is required to marry your fiancé or to petition your fiancé so that you will not incur any more costs or unnecessary delays. By the way, ito po ulit si Attorney A. Erwin Bautista. Ito pong ating programa ay binobroadcast natin sa Radyo Filipino Amerika. Ang ating pong short website ay radiophilam.com. Kita nyo naman po yung spelling ng radio, R-A-D-Y-O. Ano po? So, radiophilam.com. At tayo rin po ay nabobroadcast sa Flash TV. Diyan based sila sa Quezon City, sa Philippines. Ano po? So, yun po ang epekto ng divorce. So, just because we are Filipino citizens, we don't need to file for annulment here in the US in order to marry our fiancé. So, ang kailangan lang po dito sa US ay divorce. So, if you want annulment to proceed in the Philippines, kung may na-file na kayo doon, well and good, walang problema. Because that is a requirement of the Philippines in order for you or your previous spouse, former spouse, to be able to get married again. So, but for US immigration purposes, a divorce is sufficient to become competent to enter into a marriage for immigration purposes. Ano po? So, yan po ang ating kasagutan sa mga tanong na, oy, hindi valid yung divorce dyan. Oy, hindi ka pwedeng mag-divorce. Kailangan mo annulment. So, yan po ang ating kasagutan dyan sa issue ng divorce at saka ng annulment. So, only US citizens can file for a fiancé. But if you are here in the US, you are married, then you need to file for divorce. Yan pong marriage, meron pong maxim dyan Marriage valid where contracted is valid everywhere. May mga naririnig ako, sa Philippines lang naman ako kinasal Kahit saan po kayo kinasal, kapag valid yung marriage ninyo, yung wedding ninyo, kahit saan kayo makarating, ay married kayo. So, hindi po namimili lang ng limitations yan kung saan lugar lang effective yan. So, at ang nakakapagtaka dito sa nagtanong na ito, mukhang hindi nila dinisclose na married sila sa previously. Alam nyo, lilitaw at lilitaw yan Kasi, lalo na kung may anak itong Filipino citizen, nakalagay po yan sa birth certificate ng mga anak, ang date and place of marriage at anong pangalan ng asawa. So, hindi nyo po pwedeng ilihim yan. Kasi, pagka pinitisyon nyo na yung mga anak ninyo, lilitaw dun. mahalungkat yan ng USCIS. Baka mawalang visa yung inyong previous status na green card holder kasi nagsinungaling kayo. That is fraud. Yung sasabihin nyo na wala kayong asawa, meron naman pala kayong asawa. Meron pa nga iba dyan pinalalabas na namatay na yung asawa nila just so they will not have to go through the annulment process. Alam nyo ang US Embassy dyan sa Philippines, they rely on PSA, Philippine Statistics Authority, because they have very good record keeping. Kaya ano po yan, mabibisto yan. Kaya wag tayong gumawa ng hindi tama kasi future nyo yan Kapag pinaulit sa inyo yan, in the meantime, wala kayong status, baka kayo ay ma-refer for deportation. So, at isa pa, pag nag-commit kayo ng fraud, kailangan nyo pa ng waiver dyan. Kapag ang inyong US citizen spouse or legal permanent resident spouse ay hindi magsasuffer ng hardship, baka hindi kayo patawarin dyan sa inyong misrepresentation or fraud. Ano po? So, that is our topic for today and our episode in the US Visa Question and Answer portion of US Immigration Made Easy. And as I have stated before, we are broadcasting this on RadioPhilam.com. RadioPhilam.com. We have a Android app para dun sa mga walang sa mga may internet pala yon. You can download our app. Pero dito kasi sa US, sa Canada, sa UK, meron tayong telephone numbers. If you have no internet, you just need to dial that number and you can hear us. Ang kagandahan kasi sa sa naririnig sa telepono, kahit na makalampas ka na ng San Diego County, pumunta ka na sa Orange County o sa LA County or kahit na nung state, makakapakinig ka pa rin sa RadioPhilam.com. So anyway, good luck. And thank you for listening. This is Attorney A. Erwin Bautista for our episode today on US Visa Question and Answer. And our topic is divorce and annulment, its effect on the Filipino citizens for US immigration purposes. Maraming salamat po.